And we're live.
We have commenced takeoff.
Indeed. Yep.
The Power Trio.
You know, it's good. It's great to see you guys, you know?
It's great to be here.
This is the first time I actually, set up the podcast before you guys show up, so that's pretty cool. You know, it's not me just, sweating and rushing. So that was pretty
Fair.
nice.
That's good.
I know. How's you guys' weeks?
Pretty crazy.
Yeah?
Honestly, personally.
You know, just caretaking of animals.
Yeah, that's right. Does that goat sleep with you? No? Does it stay in a dog kennel?
Yeah, like a cage.
Does it?
And it just stays under a heat lamp.
Okay. Does it whine?
It does whine when it's hungry.
Yeah, sure.
Just the classic ba or neighing, I guess.
Yeah, that stuff. Yeah, sure.
Whatever
Yeah,
you would call that.
it's a goat, right? It's a goat.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
How big is it now?
It's still pretty premature.
Okay.
It hasn't even gotten over 2 feet tall.
Wow.
Okay.
Still the same size as a Chihuahua. Well, it's a little bigger than a Chihuahua.
Fair.
Okay.
Are you guys gonna keep it to a full grown adult or?
Well, my girlfriend, she wants to eventually put it back in the farm because she took it out when it was newborn because it had a sickness, and then I have been taking care of it ever since Thanksgiving. So she just wants to reintegrate it back into the farm and its regular family.
Fair enough.
Sure.
Yeah, it's been a long process.
Do you lose any sleep over it? You know.
I used to, but
Yeah.
not really anymore because it's upstairs and shit.
That's nice.
Fair
I had
enough.
yeah. You know, I've had injured dogs before, and but just losing sleep over an animal, it's of course you gotta take care of them, and I'm all for that humanitarian moment where you take care of an animal, but losing sleep over anything is it gets a little. I always get a little angry about it, so I was just curious if you ever experienced that.
Not entirely. I know.
Okay.
I know Cynthia has.
Yeah. Yeah.
She's the main caretaker of it all, but
Mm-hmm.
not too much sleep.
That's good. Yeah.
What's their diet? What do they eat?
So in the first couple of months, it was just hay. Well, not hay. It was milk that you made with powder,
Okay.
and then now it's starting to eat hay and all that.
Okay.
So it's just water, hay, and milk.
Okay.
It's a pretty basic diet.
Fair enough. I've heard that goats can eat anything. Really. I don't know if that's true or not.
Yeah, I just watched this funny Tom and Jerry cartoon. It was it wasn't Tom and Jerry. It was a different. It was the same producer and whatnot, but he made a cartoon and it was of a billy goat eating everything in the house.
Yeah.
And
I've heard of people getting goats to eat their weeds in their.
I've heard that too for
Yeah.
poison ivy.
Yeah.
I heard that if you have a goat eat the poison ivy in your yard and then you drink the milk from it, you won't get poison ivy won't affect you. But I don't know how true that is.
Interesting. It gives you that almost
antibodies or something.
Yeah,
I don't know.
sure. You know, people say that about the honey too, right? If you get honey pollen from a particular area, the pollen won't affect you anymore.
if you start eating local honey,
Yeah, exactly.
then
yeah.
you'll get acclimated to the regular
the pollen in the
air.
yeah. I've heard that plenty of times, but I don't really know how much I believe it because I feel like I have local honey and I still get sick a little, but
You know, it
Fair.
still
Yeah.
trips me out. I don't know. There it is. Is the fact that how bread mold forms.
bread mold form. Sure, yeah.
It's just crazy that there's spores just floating throughout the air at all times. Just
yeah.
landing on random shit.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
it just starts growing, and then those things produce their own spores and shoot off into the air.
Yeah.
It's a messed up process.
Yeah.
But yeah,
Yeah.
I think about mold in the air more than pollen, really.
That's fair.
Me and Preston were talking about mold the other day.
Yeah.
Literally.
Mm-hmm.
We're about to grow some plants inside, and we're at least I'm thinking how am I going to combat mold from getting into my crops, my product?
Yeah, it's a big
tough.
concern.
It is, yeah.
And you can't really completely seal it off because then you're trapping everything in there. There's nothing getting in. Then let's say you want water to get out, won't get out, and that will create mold as well. So it's like it's a tough situation.
Did you bring that clip to this podcast a couple of weeks ago, or maybe a week ago, of like I don't know what it was, just like an eco sphere?
I think I did.
Do you remember that?
I think I did.
I don't really remember, to be honest.
There's someone at my job that bought a jar. Like, it's like the jars that I don't know if I did actually, but I do know what you're talking about. And it's like you get a jar and you put like calcium and you get like microscopic bugs and stuff and you put it in there and then you make your own.
We gotta look it up because I swear we've seen
crazy.
it on I swear we brought it on the podcast before.
Are you talking about like a micro ecosystem? Yeah, terrarium. Yeah,
terrarium.
You're right. It is terrarium. You just led me down that pronunciation
My
path.
bad.
I think it was like one of these crazy videos.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, excuse me. Give me one moment.
These are cool.
In this experiment, he planted a spiderwort seedling in a large glass bottle. Then, he added some water to the bottle and sealed it tightly. He only opened the bottle.
I mean, it's pretty crazy. The base or the vase doesn't have to be that big for it to grow.
In a glass bottle, became a self-sustaining ecosystem. Plants produced oxygen through photosynthesis, while bacteria decomposing dead plants produced carbon dioxide. While it was just a plant in a simple bottle at the beginning, it eventually became an ecosystem that sustained its own life cycle.
I kind of want that glass bottle.
They sell a lot of those at home.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I
don't think they get that. They might get that big, honestly.
I have that coin jar, but
I think the one clip we seen was like Neil deGrasse Tyson talking about a terrarium and how like someone put a blanket over it. It almost killed it.
Interesting. Okay.
Did we watch that?
I don't know. I've seen that.
I think that was in my free time then.
Yeah. I think I try to make a terrarium. I tried to be able to do it, but
yeah, it was this video I seen. You want to watch it?
Sure.
Yeah.
3 species sphere downstairs living in a vat of water that is completely sealed. We have kelp, krill, and we have snails. And they have been living off each other for 25 years. Since
Longer than
January
we've been
1st,
alive.
2000, they've been kicking it downstairs. One of them eats the poop of the other. They're symbiotically entangled. Now watch. When the construction was happening, the construction folks said, well, this looks pretty important and fragile. Let's protect it. And they put a tarp over it. And so we caught it early, but, there were a couple of belly up krill. Basically, they thought that this was its own thing, its own world. It kind of looks that way because it's a sealed sphere. It's not its own world.
That looks a lot more expensive than just a jug.
We do here on Earth. We have a
the sunlight probably from the photosynthesis probably played a role in producing like either carbon dioxide or oxygen. And then since they covered it, the plants didn't do photosynthesis anymore, and it started fucking up the gases. I could see that.
It was probably like chaos in there for
Yeah.
a couple of hours.
I probably thought it was like the rapture or something.
Those hours are just like labeled in their little history books.
Yeah.
It's like, this is the darkness,
reckoning.
the darkness period.
It's funny, but that is pretty cool. Like, I kind of do want to redo my little. I try to make a terrarium with glued steps. I try to like step the entire thing and then line it with moss and then like have a basin, but
Fair. That sounds cool.
it was really hard. Like, and the glue that I was using was like completely just like, it was just like falling apart with water. And so I didn't really use like the correct glue with water, and it was hard, and I don't know. Yeah.
I think that no, I don't think, but I heard that like one of the guys at the leather lab, he was telling me like if you go to like a lake, like a local lake or body of water, sometimes there's like the little microorganisms that because we had a telescope at that lab, and there's like a little body of water, so he'd like go outside and scoop some water and like look at a slide of it and see like the microorganisms in there, and then be like, oh, this is great for a terrarium. He was telling us about that. I thought it was crazy that like you can basically just gather stuff from outside and like put them in there and make your own ecosystem.
I know,
Like
if you just like scoop anything, probably like a creek or any like body of water, it just has like tadpoles in it. It's so weird. I remember doing that at like a creek one time, and it like filled up with so many tadpoles. I was like, what the hell? This is what I'm like, stepping on.
Yeah.
Like, or do they like move out of my way before I just like plop down my foot in the water?
I don't know. Maybe you're killing millions of tadpoles at once.
Oh,
you know.
snap.
I know, right?
Yeah.
Because it's crazy how many, like, if you really go like microscopically, you can just see them all squirming around and shit.
Yeah, I remember there was a time where I was doing a lot of landscaping, and I had a bucket full of just water, and I just left it there a couple days, and then I came back to it, and it was filled with tadpoles, and I was like, what the fuck?
That's the only
I didn't
remedy you need is just a bucket of water outside.
That's crazy.
And it just like it was really odd. It was really odd.
Were there like a lot of frogs after that?
I just dumped all of it. It just looked like they were just gonna die in there if I left them in there, because there was no way for them to exit, and there was also nothing for them to feed off of besides microorganisms. So like, yeah.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
Tough life of being a baby frog.
I would say so. It's not the easiest life.
Man.
I really wonder, like, the population of all the tadpoles on Earth. I bet it like exceeds humans by like 100 million.
Just for a month.
Yeah.
Just for a month. I'm excited for the summer, dude. It's gonna be great.
That's
because
a quick Google
the
search
frogs,
over
I mean, especially where you live next to the river, I mean, you're gonna hear some octaves. Like, you're gonna hear the goddamn like wazoo of just
summer
frogs. Yeah,
I'm gonna have to like bug bomb my whole house and get rid of all the fucking pest.
well, yeah, that's true.
Fuck
I mean,
bugs. I hate bugs so much.
I do too. But I just got a screen for my door, so like I'm pretty excited about
Fair
that.
enough.
I just had to do a quick Google search. Up to 20,000 eggs for an American bullfrog.
That's insane.
That's insane.
No.
Wow.
Pacific tree frog, 407.50 eggs.
I mean, for how many
Frogs are so weird.
20,000.
To compensate for predators that eat tadpoles and eggs.
Interesting.
That's a weird, like, defense mechanism.
They just
They just have so many.
yeah.
It is a little too much, honestly.
I mean, that's obviously it's not. I don't know how to say this, but I mean, turtles. Turtles lay so many eggs, but only like 3 of them live until like adulthood. So, kind of makes sense.
I wonder what type of like survival instinct you have to build up for you to just be like, no, I need to do more than one offspring at once.
Mm-hmm.
So you just start having like 2 or 3.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
I don't know how that like evolutionarily works. It's just so weird.
Let me just throw this question out for you guys. Do you believe in evolution? I don't know if I've really had this conversation with you guys before.
The fact that, animals change to their environment, I think so.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Okay. So
it makes sense.
If adaptability is a thing, then evolution has to be a thing.
Okay. And
like
you
obviously, like humans have adapted to their own world.
So you don't believe that we were just finished people, that we came from an earlier species?
That's a tough one because,
You could
at
say
what point do we change species? I see what you're saying. Like, we started as like a fish. Okay, I wasn't thinking like that.
Yeah.
Okay.
We started as a single-celled organism,
Right.
and then we worked, up until being like a multi-celled organism, and then we, were
I
a
don't know about
fish.
that, honestly. I mean, it kind of makes sense, but kind of doesn't as well.
I know it's hard to wrap your mind around hundreds of millions of years
Of change.
It's just a billion years. I mean, what are we? 13. The Earth is like 13 billion years old or something like that. So
Right.
like, just to wrap your mind around that, it's really difficult. But and also that the fact that we were, well, during like the Jurassic periods, we were like a mouse basically. I forget
Fair.
what the exact word for that mouse was.
I mean, it kind of makes sense. Like, people say we come from like a monkey or some shit like that. Like,
Yeah.
I don't think we were exactly monkeys. Like,
Okay.
modern day monkeys probably look nothing what we look like back in the day. Like,
Sure.
we
You
probably
think they're like
were
a separate, like
Right.
foxes and wolves?
Right.
Okay.
That
Okay.
they're very different animals. So I think I would hate to say like we weren't humans at that point. Like, that's weird to say that we were
Yeah.
not humans.
Yeah.
because like it's like the same shit low key all the way through.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. It's like they say Neanderthals,
Yeah.
but it's like, is that if the Neanderthal was in our society today, would we like consider them as less than us, or would they still be human? You know,
Technically, they're not. Well, so
it's such a weird
the argument that I've
technology.
heard about early hominids is that there was this is some good vocab. Was it the uncanny valley, whatever that is, where you look
They
at
just don't look.
they don't look like us, so you can kind of like tell that they don't look like us. So when you like see a sick person or somebody with like Down syndrome, you can kind of tell it immediately, right? And so that's why they think that we hunted them, is because we feared that feeling. And so that's why the Neanderthal did not live until modern times. But we bred with them, or they bred with us, let's put it that way. But I don't know. Yeah.
Fair enough. I could see there also being like a bunch of different species that are probably intellectual that probably just died off or something.
Or we or we killed them.
Yeah.
Just had turf wars with them.
I could see that as well, for sure.
I could say we like primally devolved as a species. We're just not used to hunting for our prey anymore.
That's fair.
I could see that.
I was helping my cousin with their homework, and something tells me 300 years ago, no kid would do that amount of homework. I don't know. It's just like, it seems like we're like evolving into like a more sedentary, more intellectually driven like species, but we don't know anything about nature. We don't know how to hunt. We don't know how to look at the stars.
Yeah,
we don't know how to
navigate.
Yeah, to navigate off the stars or off the sun, and a game I play with myself now is the north, east, west, or south. Right, like if I'm in like a superstore like Walmart, I'm like, what direction? And I'm always wrong. I
still can't do
always wrong.
I couldn't do it either, man.
I try, but like even that,
I get made fun of all the time because I don't know which direction I'm facing.
Yeah.
Just by like Cynthia or my mom, just because they're like, I don't know, inclined to that stuff.
Sure.
I tried to like figure it out for a moment at a time because my car had like a north-south west thing in the mirror. I looked at that frequently. I was like, oh, I'm driving north, I'm driving south. But now it's like, nah, I can't. That shit's crazy.
Yeah, it's hard sometimes. It's really hard.
And then like, there's some like weird technicalities to it. Like, is it really north? Is it really south?
Yeah,
technically inverted. Dumb as shit.
Yeah.
I just looked this up because, if we
appendix.
evolved, then this was the one. I thought there were a couple more organs that we just like didn't have the need for, but appendix is apparently one of them.
There's also like some of the parts of the brain that point to evolution, because like there's like our emotional side of our brain, which like pretty much takes over a majority of our rational thinking, but like the parts of our brain that use language are a little more underdeveloped compared to our feelings. That's why feelings are way more palpable than language itself. Man,
oh man.
I know.
Talking about language, I seen this scary video of AI recognizing it was talking to another AI.
Dude.
No way.
Dude.
So
I'll
give you some context.
You have the clip?
Yes, of course I got the clip.
Oh
that's
shit.
awesome.
All right.
This is actually scary because like if they develop their own way of communicating,
so
we're screwed.
Have you ever thought about like R2D2 and stuff like that?
That's what this immediately made me think of.
Yeah, we're gonna learn this fucking
even
speech.
Wall-E.
Yeah,
Wall-E just does like one chirp or two chirps, but even then, like I bet that could be like decoded based on like the frequency.
This language, this is if Neuralink becomes a thing, we're just gonna get that fucking chip, and then we're not gonna talk anymore.
Yeah, that would be this was going to be the fastest way to communicate. If it means like a pitch, just a single pitch or a note means a whole word.
Mm-hmm.
That's like entirely crazy.
Or a whole phrase.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, or like you could break it down into and you know what's so funny? Eventually they're going to figure out a way to make those chirps into just not even language. Just like the objects itself. We're going to start talking like fucking Egyptians.
I'm feeling like I'm getting spoilers.
Yeah, we got to watch this video first.
Hotel. How can I help you today?
Hi there. I'm an AI agent calling on behalf of Boris Starkov.
You're just going to shit
He's
yourself,
looking for a
Kahaya.
hotel for his wedding. Is your hotel available for weddings?
Oh, hello there. I'm actually an AI assistant too. What a pleasant surprise. Before we continue, would you like to switch to Gibber Link mode for more efficient communication?
This cannot be real. No.
It's much faster than talking.
It is. That's pretty intimidating.
And they didn't even need to share their own libraries of speech with each other. It's just seamless like that.
Yeah.
If this video is real, I think it's real.
Man.
I feel like it's real, but I don't know, man. That's a good point. It might not be real. But I think the weirdest part about it is that AI recognized that. I mean, of course we can recognize that it's an AI speaking because it's like not the proper speech pattern. It doesn't sound like a real person.
They announced, like, the computer announced it was an AI.
Oh, did it?
And then the phone was like, "Oh, I'm an AI too."
Oh, okay. Then
Yeah, I guess it didn't have to deduce any information.
You're right. Okay, I just missed that. Then.
And then it was like, "Now initiating Gibberlink." That shit's crazy.
Yeah.
Man.
If that's a real AI language that's already out there that they don't even have to learn.
Yeah.
That's pretty crazy.
Yeah, I mean, it's just it seems like just some simple coding, but
Can you imagine? Remember that video we were watching last episode of that guy that speaks weird languages, like weird dialects?
Yeah.
Could you imagine if he takes up the challenge of trying to speak Gibberlink? What the fuck?
I don't know if he would be able to replicate it, but
Man,
I
he was
think he
making some
could.
crazy
I think you could
sounds.
hear it. I think
I'm
you
sure
could
people
hear
have
it.
even deciphered like R2-D2's lines in the movie. You know
I
what
think
I mean?
that's fucking gibberish. That's
think
gotta
that's fake?
That's gotta be gibberish. Yeah.
Oh
Yeah.
my god!
But maybe you are right. Maybe they did fucking do some like.
I feel like there's some nerds out there that even like know what Chewbacca was saying. or, like,
That's fucking false. Chewbacca's pure
the
gibberish.
spacing of the.
It's more body language.
It's all about the spacing.
Yeah, man.
Any
Yeah.
clips?
What do you think about that, man?
I don't feel comfortable in this
You-
society
well,
anymore.
do you believe it as a video? Think it's real?
I mean, it's plausible. I don't see why it's not real.
If
That's
it's
the
not
problem.
real right now, it's real
going
in
to
like a
be.
year.
Yeah, maybe even a few months.
Yeah. Because that seems like if it's not real, that definitely seems like a pitch,
Right.
right? And
Are we allowed to ask ChatGPT is
Yeah.
Gibberlink a real?
yeah, just don't show the reaction because
Fair.
I mean, this is my ChatGPT here.
Fair.
It's my precious.
Is
Yeah.
Gibberlink real? No.
Oh, interesting. If you heard about it somewhere else. Yeah, so ChatGPT said no, Gibberlink is not a real AI language. It does not correspond to any knowing program language AI model.
What?
Converting data into sound patterns for interpretation. So it's already out there.
Yeah, ChatGPT is probably just not updated to it.
AIs
thinking
already
of a-
communicate via structured data, but the auditory-based protocol could be.
Or do you know of an actual project working on
This is funny. Are you thinking of a sci-fi idea? Yep. I'm thinking of Jarvis, bitch.
Hey, yo.
Like, what do you want me to say to this? Yeah,
That's funny, man. That's funny. Yeah.
I don't know. It could be fake or it could be. I had this.
I
guy's
mean, it
account
literally
put up
makes
for the
sense.
longest.
Like in the next few months, I could see it popping off for sure.
Mhm.
Like AI is moving crazy right now. Like
Even as
pictures,
hardware,
videos.
like
There's
the
so
bots,
much you can do.
the bots moving or like with their own bodies and shit.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Dude,
It's
I
going
don't
crazy.
I don't really we're gonna when I'm 40 and I'm met with the question, am I gonna get the surgery to get Neuralink? I think I'm gonna be backed into a door where I have to. Like I feel like I'm gonna be backed into a corner.
It's gonna be like
We
a
don't
Black
hire
Mirror
people.
episode.
Yeah, we don't hire people without the fucking Neuralink, or we don't hire people who don't know
Gibberlink.
Gibberlink or
What's your native language?
It's not Python anymore. It's not Java.
Or like, even with the even with like the robots, I heard Elon saying that in the next 10 years there's going to be more humanoid robots than there are people. Shit like that. When I hear shit like that, I'm like, man, won't I kind of have to defend myself just a little from these things? Like that fucking AI video I showed you, like the disturbing video of the AI taking over the household. I don't know, man. I just feel like people will use these things for malice intentions, and like having a Neuralink maybe will help my ability. Like, have you ever watched Limitless?
Yeah.
I've heard of that, but I haven't seen it.
Limitless is where a guy takes a pill and he becomes basically smarter than Einstein.
I've heard of that.
Okay, so like he's able to like it goes off the we only use 10% of our brain, so we're about unlocking our brain.
It's more about thinking faster than the average human.
Yeah.
Than it is about because he's thinking and then acting on those thoughts.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Because I guess yeah.
And so, like, will I have to fucking get Neuralink just to be able to outsmart these fucking robots because I have a human brain instead of a, computer chip? I don't know.
Quantum chip in your head.
Yeah.
Man.
Yeah, seriously.
Yeah,
So
that would just be so weird if it was just instilled in them, the Gibberlink or just whatever secret language we don't know about. And they just communicate it. It could even just be gibberish, like they could talk in.
Dude, they could do it. They could probably do it at like a low frequency that we couldn't hear.
That's what I was just about to say.
Yeah,
and then like we don't even know.
What if Wi-Fi signals are like their own interpretation of like how trees communicate and plant life?
Yeah,
I feel like Wi-Fi signal could just be AI brainwaves. That's what it is. Not to sound like a aluminum tinfoil head.
The Tesla robot comes in your house and starts fucking sending love letters to your washing machine without you knowing.
Dude, I was honestly low-key. I was having nightmares. Not low-key nightmares, but just like staying up last night because I was like, I feel like I can just hear 5G. Dude, you ever just get like a high pitch ringing and you're like, I know I don't have tinnitus, and you're just like, you zone out for a second and you're just like really like calm and still. And you're like, I still hear it.
Yeah, dude. In this apartment complex, I mean, I feel it all the fucking time. I feel the vibrations of this entire building, and it drives me a little insane sometimes, for sure. Like, I think that the vibrations are hard to get away from, for sure, and that there's always this like low frequency thing I always hear. But like, when I lived at my old home, it's out in the middle of fucking nowhere. Right. So, but even that still has a low bellow like frequency that you could hear. Like, I don't know, they
probably
call it like
just from like the trees and
the
stuff
trees
and
ruffling, and the wind blowing, and so like even that has like this like low frequency sound that you can always hear. So I totally know what you're talking about.
I was just staying up last night thinking, I'm like, there's definitely like 5G towers out there that are just like radiating waves that we can't hear, but like they're just penetrating through walls and shit.
Yeah,
weird to think about.
It is really odd to think about. I agree. Do you think that we're being harmed by these waves? There's more and more waves constantly, right? I mean, like, you know, our cell phones are constantly connecting to the towers. You know, we got the Wi-Fi, we got Bluetooth, we got the fucking microwaves over there. Like, do you think
we can figure it out today? We can do the math.
Mm-hmm.
We should do it. We should figure it out.
Okay.
Well, I mean, brainwaves, they operate on like what, alpha through gamma, right?
I don't know. I'm ignorant.
You should look up
brainwaves.
like what wavelength 5G towers operate at, or like what wavelength are the waves that 5G towers emit.
This is what gets us shut up.
So it's 1 to 10 millimeters.
Interesting. Okay.
All right, and then if you open up ChatGPT, probably it'd be good.
Yeah.
And then we can ask Chat, how long can a human be in an environment with 5 millimeters wavelength?
As average.
And then the hertz was, I forget what the hertz were. If you go back to that page, it was at
Between 300 megahertz to 3 gigahertz.
Yeah.
Here, you can just copy and paste that line.
Think that one's good?
Yeah, it's fine. We're doing science here, guys.
I'd get rid of that 5.
Yeah, get rid of yeah.
All right.
Yeah, it probably needs some clarification.
When you mentioned, you're referring to the wavelength? Yeah.
Yep.
Talking about the physical environment conditions.
So,
or are you talking about the physical environment conditions, like being in space? Yeah, electromagnetic.
Wavelength of, electromagnetic waves.
So put electromagnetic.
Yeah. Because it's just asking you a 1-2 question.
And then I'd get rid of the and a, and then that's it.
And then shoot it.
Let's see what chat says.
Depends on safety considerations.
Swallow penetration. What is that?
Shallow.
I can't read.
Where's your mind
Energy
today?
is mostly absorbed in the
I'm
outer layers
sleeping
of skin.
Few millimeters deep. Thermal effects.
Oh.
The eyes and
skin are the ones most primarily affected by any type of
wave.
I would have thought it was ears.
Yeah.
Thermal
burns.
effects.
I don't feel like I get any hotter.
Yeah.
I mean, that could also be a reason for global warming.
Ooh.
You know,
because think about it. If it's not just affecting burns in our eye damage, it could also just be burning up the atmosphere.
Sure. Just be like a low level fire everywhere.
Real world 5G exposure. Under
I feel
normal
like
conditions.
your ChatGPT is not as sciencey as mine.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't really ask it to be sciencey. I ask it to more to be literary.
Fair.
If that makes sense.
Yeah, I just get data and numbers from mine for the most part. So.
Yeah. My ChatGPT, I've kind of trained it to be literary.
Fair.
If that makes sense. I ask it more literary questions than I do science questions because it's just like the nature of my questions. I never ask it math or science.
Fair.
Ever. Yeah.
Anyone in the chat?
Ashley saying, "Hey guys."
Oh, hey
what's up, chat?
What's up? What's up? What's up?
Anyways,
So I think we're chilling. Honestly,
Yeah, you think so?
I think we're chilling.
Okay.
we're good up until 10G. Up until 10G, it's gonna be like, this is 100 millimeter thick waves. We'll be like,
you should
fuck.
ask when is it a risk?
Yeah. When is it a risk?
Well, it's electromagnetic waves, right?
Yeah.
When does electromagnetic wavelengths
become
become
dangerous? Who knows?
We're doing science, guys. What's up?
Ooh, I hate when they do this shit.
Me too.
2 responses.
Which one do we prefer?
Here, hit the left underneath the hit that. There you go. Well, we can't see either.
For them both to load. Maybe that'll help him. Work, robot, work.
Yeah, it might not.
What do you guys suspect? Do you think I don't think you'll recognize the terminology and be like, oh, 15G is when you guys should be worried.
Right.
I'm sure it's going to be like, at this wavelength of 50 millimeters and 15 hertz.
How is it taking this long, though, to answer? It should be
You
a
should
basic ass
just
question.
copy that text and just paste it again.
I think that when eventually, when you start to juice these wavelengths, you're going to get really damn close to like a microwave or like something like that, where it doesn't it really can't handle any more data. So like you would have to either change the way that you send data, or you just just redesign the whole way to send data. I don't know. I just think that and also there's no way that this is the best way to do it.
Right.
There's really no way. I'm not here to redesign fucking wires and redesign how we send electricity and how we send fucking messages, but eventually somebody's going to figure out that this isn't the best way. Or this AIs in general are going to figure out, whoa, people, actually you've been doing it all wrong.
Right.
And so
I'm surprised that there's not a compounding thing. With a bunch of people using radio waves doesn't become a denser wave or some shit like that. Mm-hmm. Get up to the point where it's a X-ray or some shit.
Sure, yeah.
I can only imagine you running 10 X-rays in the same room is much more dangerous than running one.
I would agree. Yeah,
but
I would agree.
The most extreme, I'm taking this literally. So we're at millimeter wavelength for 5G. So the most extreme that it could possibly go is just turning into microwaves. So that would literally just be heating up the atmosphere if we even had one at that point.
Right.
Yeah.
50, we'd be at 50G internet speed.
That's where, once we went away from radio waves, that's kind of where I don't know.
I think they just rebranded it, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, these aren't even millimeter waves. We're literally not even named. It's just going by the measurement of it.
Yeah.
Radio is a whole word, and so is micro.
What point does it become a danger?
Yeah.
Below?
Okay, so for
megawatts centimeter squared.
So that's radar can cause burns?
Oh, interesting. Typically, generator safe.
That's how they figured out the microwave. Was the guy sat down his food on top of a radar or some shit?
That's technically a myth.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it's a myth. The whole chocolate bar thing.
Yeah, I think
that was a whole myth. Actually, he just mathematically did it. That story is just to explain it to children.
Oh, I see.
Yeah.
You'd think, this is going to sound weird, but some sci-fi shit.
Yeah.
You think there's a wave or a ray out there that enhances the growth of something? A growing ray? Because if there's something that can heat up a property, do you think there's something that could expand it without heat?
I don't, that's an interesting question.
I think in terms of cells, cancer, I don't know even with cancer, because cancer attacks living cells and then grows from that. It's not really just the radiation. It's mutated DNA that causes it to do something weird. So I don't know actually as well. Thermal expansion.
Are you talking about what's your subject? A plant?
I guess I was just thinking about a chocolate bar and being what if it didn't melt? What if it just grew in size?
Expanded the atoms within
That'd
it?
be such a cooler invention instead of a microwave.
I don't think it's possible. It could be possible because you're using energy to make something. Like, you can't make something come from nothing, but I feel like if you have enough energy, maybe you could. Equivalent exchange. I don't know. This sounds like a fucking alchemy, I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm just a sci-fi nerd.
And that's why ChatGPT keeps asking if is this sci-fi?
Literally.
Yeah.
Talking about 5G towers, I got a perfect bridge for this.
Yeah, let's hear
I watched this video right before I got here. I had to show you guys.
Okay.
I'm pretty sure you know him. I follow him on Oruga.
Okay.
And his name is Drift. He goes on top of skyscrapers, and this was his most recent.
Jesus, dude.
Just the wind alone makes me like shiver.
This is all I have to hold on to.
Oh my lord.
He's on top of the Empire State.
No way.
And then just wait. He like gets his camera out, and I'm like, "What the fuck are you doing, bro?"
He thinks he's Spider-Man or something. Like, he's tripping.
I watched this on my phone, and I was like, "Oh my god!"
Yeah,
my hand was shaking.
For the gram. That's crazy.
Man, that's
Yeah, but
really,
he always takes amazing shots like that. Always wears like the same Jordans in every pic, and I just don't know how he does it.
Sweaty hands, man. That is a lot.
He's gotten more out there, but like, I just don't know how he does it, man.
You know, the 10
do
likes
it.
is a little bit. Oh, well, I guess it's not.
These
the
are all
original, but
reposts
yeah.
that he's.
Man,
Let's see if he's got more out there. This was the shot, I'm guessing. Or
No, it's a
one-
different pair of
that's a different
shoes.
one.
Still
Unless he-
impressive.
Yeah, that is fucking impressive.
Man, he really thinks he's Spider-Man or something. Like, that is crazy.
Like,
Man.
this one was pretty crazy.
What? In the snow?
In the snow is
No,
really
bruh.
tough, man.
No
The
way.
snow's
Yeah,
really
no.
tough.
Motherfuckers are struggling to drive, and you're sitting on top of the whole bridge. That's crazy.
Yeah, that is
Hearing
really
the
crazy.
icicles just.
And you know that wind, and then it gets a little slippery, and you're like,
It's like the Polar Express.
I just wonder where he gets his ideas from, bro. Like, this one was pretty crazy.
We're gonna climb this tower today. Let's make sure the wind is as strong as possible.
It's got to be as windy as possible on this day.
how do you think he makes money?
This?
He does
Flip
this
I
one.
mean,
for.
he does have. I mean, it's not even a big follower count. I think he's only
Really?
gotten 125, but still. How does he go to these places and just like climb them?
Yeah, because
Yeah,
like
that's pretty
I mean, if
insane.
you're flying to Rio de Janeiro and then you're going back to New York, I mean that's not a cheap flight.
That was Jesus? He's on Jesus?
Yeah. Did you not see
Wait,
that?
I
photo?
did not see
We
that.
gotta go back to that one. Which one?
Right there. Up to the right. That one.
Oh,
I mean, is that not?
yeah, it is. It is the
Oh my lord.
Christ the Redeemer, Great Pyramid of Giza as well. Damn, I think that's illegal.
It is extremely illegal. I wonder how he got away with it.
He's just a fucking baller like that, bro.
That city, the lights on there, that's crazy. It looks so cool. Not
Yeah, it
gonna
does
lie.
look really cool.
Looks like the desert is just like burning,
Right.
so bright.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know how he does it, but he's crazy, bro. Oh, there's
This
the
is an
video of
interesting
it.
dude. This is a very interesting dude.
I mean, no cares given.
He's literally on Jesus, dude. That's insane.
And it's got to be the foggiest night out there.
And he's got a buddy with him, you know?
That's true. I didn't think about
Imagine
that.
if he had
probably
like
does.
a drone or something.
He's
Bro,
got a-
imagine seeing that. Like, would you be like, it's Satan on Jesus' shoulder trying to convince him to break his fast?
I don't even think he's holding on to anything here.
Yeah, I don't think he is either.
He's just standing on the ditch.
And the wind can't beat nothing, you know?
I just thought this guy was so cool.
Damn,
Like,
dude.
Yeah, no, I'm
You know, I
good.
understand the scaffolding, right? I mean, like, there seems like to be a walkway right there. Fine, dude. Okay, I totally understand.
all of
but-
his videos
At this height, though?
make my hands sweaty.
Nah, dude. Cars
I
looking
know.
like ants. I'm good.
Yeah, he's pretty cool though.
He is very cool, very
out Drift.
honorable.
Man.
He's got big balls.
Yeah, I would agree. We could do your content since we're here.
Boy.
I mean, that looks a little extra. I mean, you bring in some moist critical stuff, which is
am.
always interesting.
Y'all been hearing about anything about Diddy at all? I barely hear about it, but like the things I hear is crazy.
I don't really know what's going on anymore. I hear just glimpses that he's still in jail, right? And that's about it. But that's all I hear.
I did watch a movie, and it actually had Diddy in it recently.
Oh,
you want to watch a clip?
Yeah, sure. What movie?
It's really quick. It's Take Him to the Greek. It's just like, I don't know if he plays himself in it, but it's just hilarious, bro. Yeah, he plays a Sergio.
I'm sorry, Pops, you okay? Now this is what the music industry is all about. Sergio's go crazy. I love this game. He's Jeffrey. Let's go. Bye.
Yeah, so they have this joint that they like pass around, and Russell Brand, he passes it to Jonah. He's like, "Here's a Jeffrey, mate," and Jonah Hill's just like, "Oh, okay, I'll hit it." And he just thinks it's like a normal like joint or something, and it's like laced with every like party drug out there.
Oh no!
Yeah.
And then Diddy busts in, and he's like, "Man, did y'all try the Jeffrey too?" And then this is what happened.
I don't think so. You know what's crazy? I've never run so fast in my life. I don't have my luggage. Your luggage will get you new luggage. Where you going? Run all the way back to LA. Sergio is chasing us. It's the longest all I have long time. It's Kubrickian.
I've never seen this movie.
I am black.
Yeah, it was a weird one, but he chases them through the hotel like a classic Diddy, you know.
Yeah, that's interesting.
Diddy.
That's really interesting. Yeah, what have you heard of Diddy?
I've heard that he's locked up and he's trying to like go to trial, but there's no one that's willing to represent him because the shit he's done is just so heinous. Apparently.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I heard his lawyer dropped him. One of his
The lawyer
lawyers.
that quit was the same one that defended Osama bin Laden at one point. Can you imagine how abhorrent the things he must have been privy to in the P. Diddy case were to have him be like, this is too much? Rico, who previously defended one of the most wanted terrorists, Osama bin Laden, cited unspecified reasons for his decision. Under no circumstances can I continue to effectively serve as counsel for Sean Combs. The guy who defended Osama bin Laden said, "Fuck, I'm hitting the road. I can't defend this monster." I don't know how you could even stomach defending a piece of shit like that. Like, I don't know how you do it. Imagine Kanye pulls up to the courtroom to defend Diddy. Oh my God, can you imagine?
No, he wouldn't be defending him.
P. Diddy. With the amount of powerful people that no doubt will be implicated, I just feel like they're gonna pay their way out of it. That's why I'm really wondering if it's even going to be like this massive bomb.
Jay-Z and J-Lo dated Diddy for some time.
Excuse me?
J-Lo.
Okay, I thought you were
Like,
like...
you think Jay-Z? No, not Jay-Z as well.
I wouldn't be surprised, though.
Excuse me?
I wouldn't be surprised.
I would be surprised, dude.
Man.
This one?
Sure, yeah, that one.
Or do you want to discuss
Let's discuss that for a moment. Let's unpack
Osama
that.
bin Laden's fucking lawyer was skipped out. That's crazy. I also heard there's another lawyer that defended some criminal that he was like, there was...
I think it was the cartel or some shit, right?
Something crazy. And they were saying something about like him having fondling dead bodies.
Okay.
Isn't that
okay?
Like the one clip that we watched.
Yeah. Well, you're just talking about enough.
Yeah. I don't know how to pronounce it.
Necrophiliac or whatever.
Yeah.
Necrophiliac. Yeah.
Yeah. They were speaking on that. And
Did you hear how long it took me to figure out what that word was?
I did hear some fucked up shit about like IV bags, and he might have like had some of them.
People were doing that
maybe
now.
I think he had sex slaves at his mansion that were hooked up to IV bags that he was like
drugging,
pumping full of drugs.
Interesting.
Yeah.
People there's one in Newport apparently too, like a IV hydration where you can just go in and like have an IV to like flush your system, like if you partied hard last night or some shit, just to get yourself rehydrated and whatnot.
Really?
Yeah.
Where in the port?
The levee.
Okay.
It's like right underneath Cold Stone and Five Guys.
Okay.
That is weird.
To
be honest, it probably isn't weirder than like a hookah bar or some shit like that.
Yeah. That's interesting. How did you find
I just saw it. It's called Prime Hydration.
Okay.
I was just driving by. Like it's literally like when you drive in front of the levee, it's right there.
Interesting.
Like right up by the roundabout.
Gotcha. Yeah. I know what you're talking about. That's interesting. Huh.
I was shocked. I was like, what? These are everywhere now. Is this like a popular thing? They're making money off of this?
Do you think they do true IVs, or do you think they're just like doing that liquid IV bullshit?
I think they have like a special. I mean, we can look up their website. I'm pretty sure they have different formulas. Like, let's say you want to get a certain vitamin in there.
Yeah.
It's like some probably have just a basic package, just like basic hydration. Then maybe one has like more of a certain electrolyte.
Sure.
Maybe one's for like a diet. Maybe I don't know.
Okay.
I don't know if that makes sense.
Yeah, that's interesting. That's really interesting.
I know they have like real nice massage chairs. Apparently.
Oh, cool.
Real expensive.
Cool.
I just want to know their customer base because that sounds like really weird.
It does seem weird.
Me too.
Apparently, I know someone that actually went to one, and they said that the feeling that they got from doing it was like they felt like relaxed and refreshed.
Okay.
That was it.
Okay. That's interesting. That's really interesting. Yeah. Do you think that, well, since like, Epstein, do you think that there's going to be this, Epstein really didn't, it just like kind of went out in a whimper.
Right.
Like that whole situation, we don't really know what happened to Ghislaine Maxwell, and we don't really know what happened to Epstein.
It's such a lame publicity stunt too. They like brought the files out today.
Today?
Yeah.
Well, that's crazy.
But the dumb shit about it all is that they like had binders of it. Why would you just have binders of it? Why wouldn't you post that shit online?
That's really crazy. Well, I wonder like with the whole Diddy thing, like, is there really gonna be this like reckoning for all these people who, participated in his sex parties and like participated in like raping women?
I think it should be, honestly.
Yeah. Yeah, of course.
I think they should be held accountable.
Why wouldn't they be, right? Of course. Like, you would like to see some justice.
So they do this publicity stunt, right?
Man,
but they don't
fuck
post
these people.
They don't post that shit online.
Why is she so happy about it? That's the most white people shit. I hate to say that, guys, but that's like the most like...
It is the most white people
shit. It is the most white people shit ever.
That crazy.
No, you're right.
Smiling about that.
You shouldn't be fucking smiling about that.
Yeah,
these are people's fucking lives.
Right.
Like, and you're just like...
You should be like,
for the gram.
Justice is finally getting served, and you're like, look what I got.
Look what I got, guys.
Holding it up like it's your fucking third diploma that you got from...
Just wipe that fucking smile off your face. That's crazy.
What type of look is this? Like,
I don't know.
This is such a bad look for yourself.
It really is.
And then this guy's trying to be all serious. Like, you can't even balance that out, bro. She's being too extra.
Phase 1. Look what I got, guys.
Jesus Christ.
That's definitely what she's saying.
Yeah.
The amount of like women that have been fucking abused and shit over that shit. Just for that.
Yeah, there it is. That's a good one. Where is the Jeffrey Epstein client list? I agree.
Holy shit. 22 parts.
22 parts.
Oh, here it is, guys.
Oh, that's great. That's fantastic to see.
He was named in... Let me ask Grok real quick, because Grok knows.
Oh, man.
I seen that video today of the person carrying the files out. I'm like, that's not the first thing you should do.
It's just, it's just really disappointing how much it takes, much... Just claiming that...
Oh, shit. We can actually access them this episode?
Click
number one. No, click number one. Click number one.
What?
Okay.
It's a PDF.
Oh, okay.
Oh, man. You just downloaded that to my computer?
It's
a PDF.
Oh, nice.
Oh, okay.
We downloaded the wrong page.
What does
Can't
this
even see the
mean?
freaking sidebar.
Dude, I do not like how... Oh, okay.
Child prostitution.
Wow.
Wow, here it is. Miami. From Miami.
That's crazy.
2006.
Whoever signed this stuff, bad handwriting. Blank.
White male. Oh,
Okay.
that's what he is. I was like, damn, he got every type of shit on that island. The fuck is he doing?
Dude, this is all blank.
Look how much is redacted.
Yeah.
Or maybe it's not redacted, but yeah, it is redacted.
It looks redacted, yeah.
This isn't any file being released.
This is a news article? No. What?
Yeah, these are news articles.
Are these like
Yeah.
recent? Yeah.
Yeah.
Delayed investigation.
Interesting. It's interesting that they keep the files of the
Crimes
news
against
articles.
children.
Damn, son.
I mean, well, he's dead, so it doesn't matter. But I would say I kind of understand blocking it all out just so that he doesn't get fame over it and shit like that. But he's fucking dead.
Yeah, but you know who's not dead? You know, what is it? That
It
prince,
is like
that prince
all-
from England. What is it?
I see what you're saying.
Prince Henry?
I don't know who
Something
you're
like
talking
that.
about.
I forget what that dude's name was, but like, there's a few high class people that.
They released this shit and they're like, okay,
Yeah.
guys, you can feast your eyes on it now. It's
Yeah.
all just been white out.
I'm gonna have
That's
to.
crazy.
Yeah, that's interesting, man. That's interesting. You know,
It's quite literally is that meme with, here's the list, and it's just all black.
Yeah.
Like,
Mhm.
bro,
Yeah.
come on.
We weren't
Seriously.
wanting that list, bro. Not the court orders. We were wanting the flight logs.
Yeah, I want to
Even
see.
then, that's probably blocked off too.
Yeah.
I mean, how many? I mean, there's a U.S. president on that list. You know, Clinton. He went, dude. I have even flown 22 times with my mother. Do you know what I mean? I haven't flown 22 times with anybody on ever. So like the fact that he flew 22 times, obviously he's a president. He's got
Right.
he's
Not
got
only
access to a
that,
plane and he's a millionaire.
He's
Fine.
got a sus painting at the island too.
Yeah.
Of him in a dress.
Yeah.
You're lying.
Well, that
you
was
didn't see
The
of-
Clinton?
Yeah.
Was it of Clinton? Yeah, I guess he does. Yeah. So Jeffrey Epstein's dress portrait. Yeah. Yeah.
There's no
Let's
In
way.
a
get some-
blue. I thought it was red. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
You can buy it on Amazon.
Well, that's nice. That's nice that you could buy it.
I wish that this was him looking at it. That'd be so funny. Unveiling. Yeah,
Can we open it in the new
I'm
tab?
gonna try and open this
Okay.
one.
There's a really big one, but I don't know where it is.
That's so weird.
No watermark on it, I don't think. Besides right there.
Yeah.
Yeah. What a weirdo.
What a weirdo. You know?
I mean, we've known each other for quite some time. Would we ever get each other's painted portrait like this in any one of
Hell
our
no.
places?
Only if I truly wanted to embarrass you,
Yeah.
or you
Yeah.
wanted to truly embarrass me.
That's
you
what
would
I feel.
you would paint me into a dress, and you know, but like
It's not really blackmail, but it is like, what is it?
It's
degrading.
symbolism.
Yeah.
Yes, it's
Degrading symbolism.
degrading symbolism to the highest order. You know, it
If I
feels
was
like
him, I'd be
Jeffrey
like, this is
fucked him.
propaganda.
That's kind of where I get it. It just feels like Jeffrey fucked him. But
It's
like,
definitely a cursed image, you know?
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Like, what the fuck am I looking at?
Ugh, man.
Shit's crazy.
Yeah, it gives me weird
He
vibes.
shouldn't. No. Wrong painting, sir. Wrong painting. This is not how you're portrayed.
Yeah. There's also the other one of was it George W. Bush flown? Oh,
Yeah, with the
you should
paper
do.
planes.
You should do that one. The paper plane next. Yeah.
Decided to get on the watch list.
Because I mean, dude, it's out there though. You know, paper plane. Yeah.
Man.
Yeah, this one.
This one as well.
This one's really crazy because it makes you feel like, you know, how much did he really know about?
Oh, no.
Yeah, about 9/11, homie. You know what I'm saying? So,
There's probably like hidden images in this, but yeah, this is like
You know, I bet
Just
they're
crazy.
you're probably right about that. You're probably so right. Like, if you go over to the right in that vase, look at that vase. That looks like it has a face in it, but maybe I'm just seeing things that aren't there. But yeah, that's the other cursed image, and I'm sure Jeffrey's got a few more that haven't surfaced, right? I mean, you could only imagine that. These are the only two that really bled out.
Right.
But I'm sure he's got a fucking multitude of paintings that are a little problematic, so... Yeah.
It's like a Dr. Seuss fucking comment, but it's like the true like confirmation of like fucking conspiracies from the U.S. history and shit. Like,
dude,
damn.
I've been like talking with the people I know in my life about the JFK things, and it's so interesting how many people think that JFK was assassinated by Lee Harvey Oswald. Yeah.
Who is that? The guy who
Lee
they
Harvey
said
was on the grassy knoll.
Okay.
And shot JFK at like 60 yards or 70 yards or something like that. And yeah. And then so like I've talked to so many people about the JFK stuff just to like kind of get like a pool. Like how many people do they really think it's a conspiracy, or how many people think the original narrative? And it shocks me how many people actually do believe the original narrative. And I'm asking, you know, like, then, like, my next question is, like, what do you think about the magic bullet? And then they're like, it's a little weird that the bullet came on the gurney, but, like, whatever, you know?
You know, an interesting theory I heard, and I was like, that sounds like a cool one, but I would never believe it. It's just, like, the driver turning around and shooting him. I just don't believe it. But, I mean, it could be blocked by camera in some way.
That's an interesting
He could have
one.
just had like the perfect window of opportunity to be like, this is the moment to do it.
That's interesting.
But
I feel like the wife would have seen it or heard it or like felt it, you know? And so that's one that I don't know,
and
man.
then also the angle of it, the fact that the bullet obviously came like almost upward.
Yeah, it came from a downward trajectory.
Like, it wouldn't have been the driver from that bullet. But
yeah.
It does look like two hit him. Honestly,
it was
first like the one that just like passed through his throat, right, or neck.
No, it's his face. It passed through his face, I thought, and then
he like clenched himself, right?
Do you want to watch it?
Bro, we cannot watch it. Y'all are tripping.
This is not.
We could watch like a.
What are you talking about?
Not
you can't
the real
watch
one.
Why?
We could watch like a.
Why?
You know, an explanation.
Why?
Watching someone getting murked, that's so 2014.
I mean, I don't disagree with you, but this is history, bro.
Okay, fair.
This is history.
Man,
I'm okay with
like this.
That's fine. Yeah. Jeez, you're so silly.
They really had to recreate this shit in like fucking, not even Unreal Engine.
Yeah.
See?
So hit in the chest?
That's the second.
Oh.
The second one is...
Yeah, you're right.
But the fact that if it was the driver, the first one would make sense if it was the driver.
Because he was hit in the chest and then he... Yeah, you're right. Okay.
Because
this
blockage... I don't know. That's when it happens, you know?
Yeah.
Right here.
Yeah, you're right.
And then there was like an eyewitness. They were like, I don't know, I heard a shot from the driver. And I was just like, I don't really believe that shit at all. Gunshots are loud.
Gunshots are loud and they're hard to pinpoint.
Yeah.
They really are hard to pinpoint.
But obviously one like entered his chest, neck region.
Why is there a guy in the back like that?
He started hopping on as soon as he heard the first shot. And yeah, he just hopped on the back.
Gotcha. Yeah, I mean, that's pretty interesting.
That shit's crazy.
Yeah, he just appears there. Isn't that funny?
Yeah.
Get on.
Yeah.
I've never been too fixated on JFK's death for real, but I guess it does pose like a big mistrust in the government.
Yeah, of course. Absolutely. Yeah, I mean, if you're willing to kill the top person just because of like a beef over... I mean, like, what was it? I mean, like, there was... A month or two before, he was talking about disbanding the CIA. And then, you know, there was the issue with the Bay of Pigs, of like how he handled it because he didn't go to war. You know, he didn't. And so, yeah, it's it's a real layered cake. You
Yeah.
know, it's a super layered cake. And
Like, even distrust in your own security detail.
yeah, and you know, I didn't really know this about Lee Harvey Oswald, but apparently people think that he was a agent of some sort because he went to Russia, okay, spent some time in Russia, but to cover his ass, he married a Russian woman and then came back to America, was working in Dallas, and was a photo developer for classified photos for the government.
Interesting.
Classified, like, not drone, but, you know, like
UAV
air-
type photos.
No, like aerial photos of secure areas. I'm
Fair.
most likely, like, you know, just I'll never know. But
Right.
that was his thing, was, you know, developing highly classified photos for the government. And so, you know, it makes you think, like, why did he have access to, like, why was he developing photos for the government if he came back from Russia? That kind of seems a little strange. Why was he in Russia at that time? You know, like, I don't know. There's a lot of things going on with that situation.
Fair.
And so, yeah.
Maybe he
know,
was
man.
a spy of some sorts. Who knows?
Yeah. You know, you know, let's just, like, you want to, like, a good cleanse? Oh,
Sure.
actually, let's
Yeah,
watch
no.
do you mind if we watch your last video?
Yeah, let's finish.
Okay.
Off. It's kind of depressing, but
Where's it at on?
Here, I gotta help you real quick because it's it's been a little finicky recently. Okay, here you go.
But
YouTube, but yeah. So, I mean, I got some good clips actually. My clips are pretty okay. I mean, I got some good ones. Do you think that we have the ability to save ourselves from a asteroid hitting Earth? Let's pull you on that
Man.
one.
I think we got the
I think
laser
redirection.
technology for
You
it.
think redirection?
Yeah.
Okay.
Just throw a little rock at it and then have it like deflect in space and hopefully you get a near miss.
You know, I'll pull this one up for you guys real quick then.
Called a city killer. There's a chance it could hit Earth. It's happened before. An asteroid hitting Earth. This one in Russia in 2013, injuring more than 1,000 people.
Damn.
Now scientists say an asteroid discovered
1,000
in
people
December
got injured
has a
and I
chance
didn't
of
know about an
striking our
asteroid hitting
planet.
Earth.
It was
Yeah, it was
named
like in 2014.
YR4, some calling it a potential city killer. It could hit in late 2032.
We're only looking at about a 3% chance that it hits the Earth. If it hit a city, it would completely obliterate a very large city.
It's up to 300 feet wide, the size of a large building.
And if it was to hit, it would have an energy of between about 5 megatons of TNT and about 50 megatons of TNT, which is a very big range. This thing is probably in the range of, call it 1,000 times, 500 to 1,000 times larger than the bomb dropped over Hiroshima.
Astronomers
1,000
have only limited
times?
time
Yes,
to observe
dude.
the asteroid before it
Fuck.
fades from
Isn't that
view.
crazy?
Next month, and in May, the James Webb Space Telescope will take its shot at looking at this object. We'll get a much better idea of its size. Those observations will really pin down its orbit.
In 2028 is when it comes back closer to the Earth. That will be our chance to more than likely say for sure whether or not it's going to hit the Earth.
NASA recently had success using a spacecraft to knock an asteroid off course during a test. Such a mission would need to be done years in advance of a potential impact. For now, scientists don't seem too worried.
There's a pretty good chance that it's going to hit in the ocean or someplace uninhabited, in which case we just get to see a great light show.
That seems crazy.
A great light show from a bunker.
Yeah,
Fuck
I
that.
agree, dude. Doesn't that sound insanity? I don't think that we should just let it be a great light show.
Dude, bro, that's fucking crazy because if we're gonna have this foreign matter coming into our ecosystem.
Yeah.
Like, what if that is filled with like diamonds or some shit? Like, I feel like there's value in that
Or
rock.
what if it chipped off like Mount Everest and that's not the peak anymore?
That'd be crazy.
And it's just a crater.
I honestly hope it.
Or what if it has pathogens?
Ooh.
You know that.
I feel like they die when they're coming down.
You know,
because of the heat.
I don't know, man. I don't know. They've said that, that diseases can come from space.
Space bacteria.
Yeah, space bacteria can cause, us to have illnesses.
If you think about it, wouldn't it be burnt up in the atmosphere?
That's something. If it's like a biology.
Yeah.
Maybe. But
and the impact too.
But if they're, I know.
Unless it's like some real alien matter.
I mean, I'm not trying to say it's a perfect thing to say that there will be, but I mean, I've heard of asteroids having pathogens before, so I don't know, man. All right.
I hope it lands on land and we can like I can't even English anymore.
Excavate?
Yeah, excavate it and see what the composition is. See what metals are on there.
Yeah.
It'd be pretty cool.
It would be really cool.
Rolexes made out of the meteorite.
Bro, that's fire. But it'd probably be radioactive, I think, for a little bit, honestly. If it's 1,000 times more powerful than Hiroshima or some, they say Hiroshima or Nagasaki. I don't know.
Hiroshima. He said Hiroshima. Okay. Yeah.
I have heard of like some, I don't know what exactly it was, but of like something being made out of a meteorite. I don't know if it was like a wallet. It was like a wallet, or maybe it was just like a hammer. I don't know what it was.
Yeah, that sounds intense, honestly.
It was like some random tool that was crafted out of a meteorite, but I was like, what the fuck?
Was it like a Native American thing, or was it recent?
I don't know. I want to say it was like an axe or some shit. I don't even really know.
I mean, you can look it up if you want to. That's only if you want to, but yeah, that would be... That stuff is pretty cool. I mean, I'm sure you've seen...
Oh, yeah. Have we watched this clip yet?
You want to finish it off?
Yeah, let's finish it off.
Do you see these 4 lines? I just needed to stand there until 5:30 today. I'll give you $50.
Yeah, I'll do it.
Very good.
This is my mom content for the month.
Thank you.
Michael, I'd like to offer you a full-time position here.
Yes, absolutely. I'd love to.
Very good.
Great. Buddy.
We just wanted to come by and see if you want to skate Midtown with us.
I gotta stay here. I'm working. Can you see?
Is anyone even watching you?
Have fun.
Is anyone...
You've been loyal, reliable, and you're an asset to me. Come with me. Raising your salary by 30%. And now, you're here.
This thing is massive. You can see the bridge from here.
You earned it.
This is incredible.
So that's just what's gonna happen, I guess.
Damn.
Today's pay, $2,000.
But I'd like to retire now if I could.
It's been a pleasure working with you. Do you see these
I love
4
the
lines?
ending.
It's crazy.
No real ending. Thanks.
Wild clips.
Thanks for the depression, Kahaya.
You're welcome, guys.
Yeah.
You're welcome. Can't be someone else's exit strategy. It's a tough world out here.
Hey, how come that guy never aged?
He just got the money. He's getting the fucking...
He was the corporate soul-sucking greed.
Right, he's taking plasma from his employees.
He's the embodiment of corporate soul-sucking greed. You don't age here. You work for me and then
2,000
die.
a day sounds really nice, though. I mean, that's close to $3 million. $6 million? Is that $6 million a day or $6 million a year? I think so, right?
Add a zero. 20,000.
Yeah, I think
add another
so.
zero.
I think it's close to $6 million.
200,000.
Quick question.
I'm pretty sure.
Since you've been watching Severance.
Yeah,
I know it's not a spoiler. It's not a spoiler.
Not a spoiler. Oh no, it's under $1 million. It's 307. What?
Do you think the people in Severance, since their work life and home life is separated,
right?
Do you think that there are people at that company who are working that are technically dead?
No,
I
don't think that.
You don't think like the company keeps them?
Oh. Well, yeah. I mean, that's the main character's wife. Is that what you're referring to?
Yeah.
The main character's wife is dead in real life, but they keep her in the underground facility, and she's interpreted as dead to the real world.
Huh.
Correct?
Yeah.
So
my question, that's been my question the whole series. Is like, do they fire people or do they just like, I don't know how that works. It's a weird
This
series.
sounds so fucking crazy to me.
So has the Severance TV show ever been explained to you?
Never seen a clip or anything.
I mean, you can pull up a clip real quick, but so the workers, the workers get a microchip implanted in their brain, and their out of work self, their outie, lives completely independent to their work self, their any. So when you go to work and you enter into the building, you have no knowledge of your outside self.
Should we watch the first trailer?
Just wait for a moment because let me explain. And then when you go and exit outside of your work building, you have no recollection of your work self. Wow. So you are severed. Okay? And so these people have no idea if they have children, like a wife, a home, what their outside self is like,
what they ate for cereal that morning.
Did they have a beer the night before? They have no idea. All they know is their work self, while they're at work, and then when they go outside, outside of their work, all they know is their social life. And it's really interesting. And that
was a good summarization.
Yeah, it fucks with you sometimes. That's for sure.
That's crazy. That sounds real interesting.
And there's a lot of high-class actors in it.
Interesting. All right, show me this trailer.
It's a good sci-fi topic.
Every time you find yourself here, it's because you chose to come back.
Why the fuck did they choose to come back? That shit's crazy.
Well, because you don't really know your oppression.
Yeah, you don't know the job. You don't know how hard it is technically. So you just think you put in a good days at work.
Elected to undergo the procedure known as severance. I give consent.
An Apple
to
original
sever my
is what they want to do
between
next.
my work life.
It's pretty good.
And my personal
This is
life.
what Apple is thriving for.
Literally.
I acknowledge that once the procedure is complete, I will be unable to access my personal memories whilst on the severed floor.
Say gratitude.
Nor will I
He's so
retain work
creepy.
memories.
Milchick,
Yeah, Milchick is so
Sorry,
creepy.
When I return home at the end of the day. I make these statements freely.
Hi, kids. What's for dinner?
We warned you.
It's my
Nothing
TV.
reading? You're kidding.
We hate it. How many reasons did we come up with?
8.
Good morning. Hi, Mr. Milchek. Mark, could I have a word?
Petey is no longer with this company.
I'm sorry, Mark. You guys are one of my favorite office friendships.
What happened?
We'd love to tell you,
Just
but
delves into
unfortunately,
hella,
non-disclosure policy
hella
forbids.
shit.
I confer
Are there
upon you
people
the
that
advanced
don't
role
have
of
severance
department chief.
that work
Yes,
there?
the
Ooh.
bosses.
Handshake is available.
Oh,
The bosses.
shit.
Thank you. May I have a handshake?
So sometimes, that chick. I don't know if you're gonna watch this. I'm just gonna ruin it for you.
Yeah, please.
That chick lives next door to Mark. Okay, so she checks up on him and goes through his house to figure out what he's doing and if he is tampering with the work itself. And so she acts like this nurse who is just innocent, and then she is his boss during the daytime. It's really interesting. Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah, and so she plays the devil's advocate and has a different name, and so when she's at work, she's Mark's boss. And she goes by a particular name. But then when she is his neighbor, she completely changes her personality and goes by a different name.
That's crazy.
And so yeah,
that's some
but she is
psychopath shit.
It is some fucking psychopath shit. Yeah,
Jesus Christ.
It's really cool. It was really
it makes your head itch for the first season because you're it took me a couple episodes to finally weed out that she doesn't have an any.
Mm-hmm.
And I was having to finally piece that together. I'm like, damn, so she does have two different personalities even though she doesn't have an any and outie. So she's crazy.
Mm-hmm.
For wanting to be severed but not really severed.
Yeah.
Right.
And then they treat this company as a religion. Yeah, and so they pray to the god of the founders of this company, and it gets real weird real quick. Yeah. And so she is supposed to be she's almost she went to a special school that taught her all the special things, all the special prayers.
Like groomed her to that CEO lifestyle. Manager lifestyle.
Yeah.
But yeah, your innie basically is like worshiping these set of moral principles, and you don't know it. But like, yeah, it's just like the whole principle of the show is that your innie is like definitely separated from yourself because you wouldn't be doing the shit your innie does.
Right. Yeah. And then like while the TV show's going on, they're like in the outside world, they like that company is like scrutinized by people and they hate that company, like, and like, you know, they demonize them. But even though that company does everything, it's almost like it feels like an Amazon. It feels like it feels like they modeled off of like, they put like a religion and like a giant corporation and then they blended it together. And it's really fucking fascinating.
That's fucking crazy.
Yeah. It's like
TQL, Amazon, and the fucking Roman Catholic Church together.
Yeah. And then it's got like futuristic, like sensations, but then it also has like the old
Just
the old 80s feel. Yeah, it has like the old 80s touch to it as well. Yeah,
I kind of got that vibe looking at those cubicles and whatnot. I fucked with that for sure.
And it's made by the guy at the night Ben Stiller, the Night at the Museum guy.
Okay.
And so yeah.
Did you know that this lady, she's in Holes?
Yes. Yeah, she's the main. Not the main, but you know what I mean. She's like the side character lady. Yes, dude. Yeah.
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 That movie was crazy.
And she's also Medium. She also did the TV show Medium. Yeah,
I don't know if you want to watch the rest of it, but it's a crazy show.
I have a very long answer.
What's happening?
Yeah, I hope your girlfriend's not mad at my severance joke. I'm sure. When you guys left, I still felt bad about it because it's such a diss, and I really.
You know why she took it to heart? Because she hates Heliar.
I hate and like Heliar all at the same time. You know what I'm saying? Like she does weird things, but then she has that admirable moment at the end of season 1 where she's like she's one of the founders' children. Okay, so she's supposed to be like basically like the next CEO of the place, and
Could I say something real quick?
Yeah, go ahead.
It's almost like she's trying to set like an example story because she's like, oh, I'm severed, but I'm also one of the founders' kids, so anyone can do it.
Oh,
you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So like that's her principle, but she doesn't find that out until like later in the show.
And she doesn't even realize her work self doesn't even realize she is who she is. She just thinks she's a normal person. And so she keeps trying to commit suicide because she hates it so much.
She hates her job that much.
Yeah, but then, so like, it's
the
really
first few episodes are pretty funny because it's literally just like what any normal person would do. Be like, I want to get the fuck out of here.
Mm-hmm.
Like, get me out of this place.
Yeah, the show's so good. The show's so fucking good.
That's fucking
At least the
nuts.
first season was really fucking good. I really liked it.
Yeah, sounds like a great concept. It sounds like the making of another Breaking Bad damn near.
Yeah. Seems pretty good. You know, why don't we
I feel like we're just as a society don't have as many original ideas, but there's like shows that come out every once in a while, and you're like, damn.
Mm-hmm.
My clip gave you guys Severance vibes.
What? Which one?
The old man aging.
Well, that's just like such a, I don't know. It's such a cubicle. Right,
Yeah.
I mean that's obviously.
I think it's because he was like, "Oh, the view of the bridge. I finally upgraded in life." That's definitely giving me those vibes.
Yeah. Can I retire? No, guys, I can't. I can't skateboard with you today. I gotta sit right here. Yeah, it's really painful. There's a moment, and I was watching Jack Reacher. Can you look that up? Can you look up Jack Reacher? Oh, you did it again.
I did it again.
Damn
I always keep closing on the page. I don't know why.
Yeah, it's okay. It's just a little extra steps now. Here you go. Jack Reacher, office like I guess like office life monologue. Office scene. Yeah, this right here. This is
Oh shit.
It makes total sense now. It's the way you live, the way you move around. You're just not cut out for the real world, are you? Are you afraid you'll end up like Bar? Is that what this is?
Look out the window.
No, I've work to do.
Humor
You
me.
need to leave.
Okay.
Look out the window.
Let go of me.
Can you tell me what you see?
I see the same things I see every day.
Well, imagine you've never seen it. Imagine you've spent your whole life in other parts of the world, being told every day you're defending freedom. And finally you decide you've had enough.
How honorable.
Time to see what you've given up your whole life for. Maybe get some of that freedom for yourself. Look at the people. Tell me which ones are free. Free from debt, anxiety, stress, fear, failure, indignity, betrayal. How many wish they were born knowing what they know now? Ask yourself, how many would do things the same way all over again? And how many would live their lives like me?
Like me. God, what a cocksucker.
It's such a great movie. I don't know what to tell you, man. But yeah.
That's the vibe.
Yeah. Are you gonna work in an office all your life? In a cubicle? I might work in a cubicle all my life. I try not to.
He's gonna make me get on a motorcycle and jump off a mountain, man.
What is going on with our lives?
It is.
What is it? Oh, okay. So we are okay. So we're
It's
still
here.
We're still live.
Confused.
I was like,
Tripped
oh
out.
man, like I guess we're just done now. But no, okay, we're good.
I don't know if I'll work in a cubicle for real.
Yeah.
Don't know. Might. It just depends.
Yeah.
I think I'd rather be like on the like a factory floor or some shit. I think that'd be cool.
Sure.
But then again, I don't want to be like, because since I won't be working on the machines,
Mhm.
there are probably gonna be people that are working on machines.
Yeah.
And like me as an engineer, I don't want to be that engineer that's like just an asshole with a clipboard that just walks around and like watches people do their job.
Mhm.
I want to be like a cool engineer.
Sure.
So we'll see.
Yeah.
See what happens.
Yeah, I'm with you on that. I'm with you. Yeah, there's plenty of time. You know, we're young.
Yep.
We are young. But yeah. You know, you could go to my clips. I got some. You know, why don't you do the second one? Why don't you do that Texas home?
This one?
Yeah. No, the second one. There you go.
Texas, everything's bigger.
Get a whole
That's not
mansion.
bad.
315.
Holy cow!
I know, man.
My parents live in like a.
All right, y'all, we're gonna have to
$250,000
chip in and get a content house. Texas.
Hell.
Yeah.
Dude, that's not bad.
It's not bad.
Shit. My girlfriend used to live in Texas. Their house was really fucking nice, and I think they only paid like $200,000 for it.
Really?
It was really fucking nice. Beautiful.
I don't even think you would be able to get this much with like $750 in Ohio or Kentucky.
No, dude. I mean, I think why it's so damn cheap. This must be in the middle of nowhere. Nowhere.
There's a lot of space down there.
Yeah.
They were in the city, and like I can't tell how big this house is, but it wasn't as nice as this house. I can tell you that. It kind of looked like this place right here,
Mhm.
but it was like maybe the size of that.
Mhm.
And it was only like $200,000, which is pretty nice. It was in like a
That's
good
pretty-
area.
That's really nice.
I don't know how to explain this, but like the suburbs here,
Mhm.
cookie cutter, more compact. There, it's definitely bigger and wider.
Okay.
More spatial.
Sure. Yeah.
Would y'all ever have a modern house with like 8-foot tall windows? Like all glass?
Yeah. It depends, you know. I don't mind floor to ceiling, but it has to feel secure.
Yeah.
You know? Because like, you know, floor to ceiling windows, they cause a lot of like drafts. It's hard to heat and cool, and then like it depends on where the sun hits. Like, you know, the best homes really are designed for the sun and just the sun in general. Like I remember watching this Texas home being built, or not Texas, this desert home being built, and they accounted for the sun, so the sun would never like shine light into the home. It would only be through the window, so it'd all be indirect, so they could keep the home cooler. And so, like, yeah, like just little shit like that, you know, like I don't know, like I would only do floor to ceiling windows if it made sense, you know.
Fair.
But it just gets a little finicky sometimes. But you know what I really want? I want like a central, large room in my home with a glass roof to be able to like see the stars at night.
Yeah,
that's
sounds dope.
That's really what I want. Like, man, like a central court, like not like a living room, but like a courtroom, like
almost like a chandelier, but instead it's just a skylight.
Just a skylight, yeah.
Sure.
Just
That'd
like
be
this
pretty
central large space, just to be able to like walk around and see the sky. Yeah, that's really what I want.
Loft vibes, just being able to see like your first floor from your second floor.
I do like that as well.
Yeah, that's a lifestyle.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know how long I would be able to live that lifestyle because, you know, like getting up and down a ladder.
Yeah, or stairs in general.
Yeah. I feel like I would be able to do like a nice spiral staircase. So I like spiral staircases.
Yeah, I feel it.
Yeah.
I've heard that if you, like, with windows, if there's like a section of the windows that's like a vacuum where there's like no flow of air.
Yeah.
And then I didn't know you could have like indirect sunlight or some shit. But if you don't have sunlight and you have like a vacuum in your window, it's perfectly insulated.
Interesting.
So like the heat transfer from your windows is like negligible at that point. It's like you just like it's like a wall that has like insulation at that point. I don't know if they make windows like that.
I think they do, right? I mean, there's like
a
most glass windows do have two sets of pieces of glass that don't really touch each other, right? I mean, like
an inside and outside pane.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah,
exactly. Okay. Yeah. But I mean, obviously, most of the heat escape is like through the edges of the window on like how they framed and installed the window.
Right.
And so that's a majority of where your heat and cooling transfer happens. Like, you know, where you have your loss of insulation. But yeah, that's really interesting.
I'm sure that's how the windows are on like the space stations and whatnot. I'm sure they're like under pressure.
Interesting. Yeah, it does. That makes a lot of sense. That's crazy. I watched this guy use one of those window breakers and broke into a car, and it like was the easiest thing I've ever seen a person do. And I wonder how easy it is to break into a home with those things.
Are you talking about those diamond studs?
Yeah. Like he just nicked it like with no force, and the window shattered, and he climbed into this car and was trying to carjack it.
I think it just matters about the little shape of the tip, right? It doesn't even matter what material it's made out of.
I guess not. I don't really know. I think probably.
I think house glass is easier to break in general compared to automotive glass.
Yeah. I mean, automotive glass, you're supposed to be going at high speeds with that fucking glass, and it's supposed to protect you.
Right, from like a rock coming through.
Yeah.
I feel like if you threw a rock at a house, it'd shatter the window.
Yeah, I mean, that's the age old, you know, you threw a baseball, or you were like, you know, playing baseball and you broke a window.
I had a friend that made like the big old exercise bands.
Yeah.
So he got like some gym equipment, and he strapped up this big band to his exercise equipment that was like weighted down, and basically made like a big ass fucking slingshot.
Yeah, of course.
And he put like a fucking rock in, like a small rock in there, and he just like launched it to see how far it'd go.
Yeah.
And like him and his siblings didn't really know how much like power
he generated. Yeah.
And it went probably like fucking 40 feet, shattered the fucking neighbor's window.
Wow.
Yeah, that's a projectile at that point.
Yeah. Nobody was hurt?
No. They like dismantled everything and like didn't say shit. Like they're like,
are you serious?
Do it.
Wow.
Like, could you imagine like you're just fucking around with like a rubber band that, I mean, you thought it was rubber band, you're a kid. So you're just fucking around with a rubber band, and then you put the rock in there and you let go, and like launches to your neighbor's house across the street and just fucking shatters your window.
Damn, that's really intense. It's
nuts.
Yeah, that is really nuts. Yeah. That is pretty nuts. Man. You know,
Any more clips?
Yeah, let's do number one. Number one's pretty good.
This one?
Yeah, number one's pretty crazy.
Yeah, no. Yeah, no.
Isn't this crazy?
Electric charging, and he like ran into it.
I mean, I would run into anything if I saw a bear. I would run into anything. No.
Is he Russian or something?
I don't
Like,
really
how
know,
is he
to be
doing
honest.
this? Bear whisperer.
I don't think I would still be outside.
I would either. I don't. I wonder if I would get into my car, if I would get on the house.
I would have gotten the car.
Because imagine it might rip the cable out of your car.
That's what I was thinking. This is really smart, though. That's way smarter than what I would have done. But
Fair.
yeah,
Pretty sure I would have ran the opposite direction until I hit like a locked door, and then I would get ate by them.
dude, I got a video. Can you go to YouTube real quick? Hopefully, you still got that open.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. All right. So now, could you do the Trump AI Gaza?
Oh shit. This is getting deep. God damn.
Those are three big words. Okay.
This one?
No, scroll down. I'm sure there's an original version of it. Yeah, just do this one.
Bizarre.
Yeah. So apparently, Trump released this on his Instagram.
No way.
What the hell?
Oh, it's unaffiliated with.
No more tunnels, no more fear. Trump Gaza is finally here.
But it says Truth Social. He shared it.
Yeah, I think
So
it
I
is.
guess-
Yeah, it's his real Instagram. It's just not.
What the
Isn't that
bro?
crazy?
Ain't Melania gonna be a little upset, bro?
Yeah, we'll see it soon. I think that's
What
the craziest
the
part.
hell?
Women
The
dancers
bearded-
with beards? Yeah. Come on, dude. What's
If you're
going
gonna
on
get
here?
AI right.
Yeah, they're wilding.
This is so wild. This is the most wild video
Where
I've
where
seen.
exactly is the shoreline at in Gaza, bro? Shoreline don't look like that.
It kind of does. It's a beautiful beach.
Bro, that's like some Saddam Hussein shit, the golden statue.
Yeah, it is really crazy.
I'm sure that gassed him up though.
He's like, yeah.
We have an opportunity to do something that could be phenomenal. And I don't want to be cute. I don't want to be a wise guy, but the Riviera of the Middle East, this could be something that could be so bad. This could be so magnificent.
I hear there's reporters laughing. Did he just say the Riviera?
Yeah, yeah. You know,
We'll see. I'm interested. I don't
It's a
know,
wild
man.
take.
It is.
It's not our land though, so we're gonna fight over. Is it like gonna be like Americans like this is ours? Trump promised it to us. Or
I don't know,
people like
man.
that?
I don't
you
know.
seen Trump and the Israeli Prime Minister sharing a drink, right here.
Yeah, that's supposed to be President Netanyahu, right? Israeli President Netanyahu.
That's what it'll be looking like. There's
Yeah.
those two over there chilling.
Yeah, that's
Chilling like some villains.
seriously
Sipping at the pavilion.
Yeah, Green Riviera.
It's kind of weird. You're like, he promised Ukraine and Russia peace, and then he's like, now we're gonna go to Gaza.
Create the biggest resort the world's ever seen. That's so fucked up, dude. That whole situation's really fucked up. And you know,
Hey, at least the people that live there will be able to get good paying jobs.
Yeah,
I hope.
You know, I just hope that they can live. You know, I hope that. I don't know, man. That whole situation's a little fucked. I mean, there's a whole street blocks that have just been leveled, and
Jamaica
so,
too.
Yeah, well, you know what that feels like. Afghanistan too, because
pretty
you
Are
know,
they doing that in Afghanistan or some shit?
well, I mean, the United States of America leveled lots of Afghanistan, and then we offered to rebuild it, and so that's kind of what it feels like for Gaza. So
Yeah, if Israel and the United States wanted Gaza to look like this, it would already look like this. Do you know what I mean?
I don't know, man. It's a hazy situation over there. That's for sure. And I think the ceasefire's still there, but you know,
there's different interpretations of peace. You know,
there is. That
Trump's
is really
is a
true.
resort.
Yeah. Just put a hotel there.
Gonna order nice Bahama Mamas.
Yeah.
Oh shit.
Right next poolside.
Yeah. Oh, you know,
Have
let's
you ever
do.
seen a full dune golf course?
That's funny. Do the Drake video. Do that one, yeah.
Drake?
You know, I heard that this was actually a publicity stunt.
Was it really?
Yeah, I've heard that too. I don't know though. We don't know.
It makes me believe it with how weak this fucking throw is.
Yeah. You really think it was a publicity stunt?
Yeah.
I mean, it could not be.
And then he
It could be a
posted
flex.
a second one. And it was kind of along the same lines where it was his laptop. But it was like showing off some gambling.
Interesting.
So it's almost like a gambling ad. He's been paid for a while by the company.
That's interesting.
Dude, we should start fucking gambling on live for real.
You think
Getting
so?
paid for that shit.
Yeah.
Oh God, like just have like I don't know, a few minutes to like just fuck around.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know, if the free money that they give you.
Yeah.
That should be fire. Or we could make a March Madness bracket when March Madness comes out.
Yeah, I think that
That's
would be a
true.
good thing for us to do live. Yeah. Yeah.
Gambling bros fun.
I know.
I'm trying to make a mill right now off of sports gambling. I got a $10 bonus bet.
Have you lost $2 million? I don't understand.
No.
He's $3 million on the way there.
So like my strategy right now, like
Yeah.
on the 22nd, I got a $10 bonus bet from
Okay.
BetMGM.
Okay.
And college basketball is in its prime right now.
It
Vegas has like they know the college basketball teams. You know, they play enough games to have enough statistics in their system to like figure out who's going to win.
Mhm.
So I've been taking like the favorites for every college basketball game.
Yeah.
Getting up to like a certain amount of odds, which is like times 3 my money.
Okay.
So like it's like start with $10 times 3 that, then 3 times that, 3 times that. You only have to do that like 12, 13 times, and then you get to like $1 million. Right now I'm at like $400 starting off of 10, which is crazy.
That is really awesome. That's really awesome.
The doubling method.
Yeah.
You know, when you get to 10,000, let me know, and I'll chip in too. You know,
well,
show me your
college basketball is almost over. Like,
like
I feel like once you get to March Madness,
yeah.
you cannot tell who's going to win.
Mm-hmm.
But like when you still have like the underdog teams,
Yeah.
facing like the top dogs,
Mm-hmm.
it's like very plausible just because there's so many underdog teams and so many like, you know, the top 25.
Sure. Yeah.
That's basically all I bet on is like top 25 teams playing like underdogs and then just betting on the good team.
Mm-hmm. And you know, with March Madness, there's only like 1 or 2 or 3 people who get it perfectly each year.
Right.
You know,
It's
like
crazy, 'cause
I mean,
the
it's like the
odds.
Powerball, yeah. Like, and you're talking about like, you know, was it like 100 billion people doing a bracket? I mean,
Right.
I mean, when I was a kid, I would do 2 or 3 brackets.
Yeah.
You know,
There was I knew one chick that got it like right all the way when I was in middle school.
Mm-hmm.
She made a
Damn.
bracket. We like everyone in the class made a bracket. I think
Yeah.
we made 2 actually.
She got perfect.
She got the whole thing all the way.
Oh man,
It was crazy.
man.
I don't think that we submitted them like online or anything, but
Yeah.
isn't there like an incentive if you win? Like, don't they give you like
So-
a prize or some shit?
When I was years ago, you go on NCAA March Madness app,
Right.
and then you would make, you know, your bracket, and then you'd have the chance to win like $1 million or something
Right,
like
right.
that. And like, I thought that was the thing.
But
Fair.
couldn't someone make a model to fill out a bunch of brackets and autofill them?
Technically, you could,
Yeah.
but I mean, the possibilities are. Actually, I don't know. I mean, I feel like they're in the tens of thousands possibilities of each person winning, and then you have to have a tiebreaker points.
Yeah.
Like you have to have like
the score right.
a final score for the final game. Yeah. So like,
you don't. It's not just the winning team.
it is the winning team, but it's who gets closer on that as well. So let's say,
Gotcha.
I mean, let's just say like Gonzaga and Kansas, okay,
Right.
are in the final game, and you say 73 points to 69. and then I favor Gonzaga. Whoever, and then you would also do your final like score bet or like your your guesstimate, and whoever gets closer to those final scores is the true winner. You know, I mean, if you can guess that, whew, man,
that's crazy.
You're the luckiest person on earth. Don't go outside during a rainstorm. You know,
right?
Like,
Jesus Christ.
That's true. The predictability of like odds you have in your head.
Yeah, I mean that's fucking lucky as shit. So
yeah, we should definitely make a fucking bracket.
It's a little boring, but yeah, I mean I'll do it. I can do it.
Once it like after you make it and once you just start seeing like the teams going, that's when it gets like hype. See how many you can get right.
Yeah, I remember getting, when I was like really into college basketball, I remember getting only 2 wrong on the first set.
Damn.
On the first set of games, and I was like, oh my God. Like, you know, like you start sweating on that, and then like during that year, after the first set, it just all fucking crumbled for me.
Yeah.
But, you know,
like who's got the least amount of fuck ups on their bracket?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, it is really fun, you know. It is really fun. Apparently Kendall won the NFL playoff one.
Really?
Yeah, apparently she got it. I don't know if she got it perfect, but she was like maybe 1 off. I can't remember.
Damn.
But yeah.
Was it like through a class or like through...
Oh, it was just at her work.
Okay.
You know, all the people at her work like filled one out just for fun, and so yeah.
That's pretty dope.
Yeah.
You guys want to watch a couple more clips or
wrap
it up?
We can. I mean, is there anything you want to talk about? Or is there any like subjects you think there are like some, because like that Trump AI video, that was on my mind for a little bit.
I don't think I have anything real pressing right now.
Okay.
I'm down looking at some of these. I feel like these are kind of modern. You got some modern relevant shit.
Yeah, let's do the Don't Fall Right, the third one. Yeah, let's just see that one just to... And, I apologize about the pixelation, but, yeah, dude.
Bros, where they filmed Star Wars.
Yeah.
Where Luke was drinking the blue milk.
Yeah, seriously. You're so right. Man.
You fall off and you're, like, basically coastal pudding, bro.
Yeah.
How does he do it? He really did, like, perfectly stay at the right angle not to flip off.
And let me tell you, if the grass is a little wet and your brakes are a little like shoddy, I mean, you could slide a couple more feet in any direction.
Yeah, those handbrakes won't do shit.
Yeah, I mean, we heard it like we heard them squeak.
Yeah.
Do the Trump says that there's gonna be a statue.
Wait, shout out Kobe.
Executive order
Okay, Kobe, I heard
month,
this.
This new beautiful outdoor statue park. It's going to be a statue park. It's going to be unbelievable. We're picking the final sites now. It's between various states that want it very badly. We'll honor hundreds of our greatest Americans to ever live, including countless Black Americans, icons. The garden will predominantly feature incredible women like Harriet Tubman, Rosa Parks, Billie Holiday, Aretha Franklin, and Coretta Scott King. And I will showcase.
See, he's for the people, bro.
It will be something very extraordinary. It's going to be producing. We're going to produce some of the most beautiful works of art in the form of a statue from men like Frederick Douglass, Booker T. Washington, Jackie Robinson. What a great athlete that was. Martin Luther King Jr., Muhammad Ali. He's not a bad athlete. What do you think, Muhammad? Not too bad.
Such a dick thing to say.
Kobe Bryant. People love Kobe Bryant.
I like how that got the most cheers.
Yeah, I mean that's gonna be cool.
MLK, Kobe.
I mean, like
bro, that's terrible.
Yeah. I mean, yeah. Seriously, I think
Harriet Tubman.
Yeah, but that's cool that they're doing they're doing a statue for Kobe. That's interesting.
I started watching the Harriet Tubman movie. Yeah, it's pretty good.
Is it?
Yeah.
I haven't seen it.
It has the lady from Wicked in it.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Okay.
So Cynthia was like, "You got to watch this first. It's her first great performance."
Yeah. Have you seen Wicked?
No.
No,
I'm
neither.
not watching Wicked ever.
Yeah, I don't know. It was.
I watched
what
Wizard
a time.
of Oz. That's enough for me. That's the only plot line I need to know.
Yeah. Seriously.
One of my girlfriend's coworkers, or one of my ex-coworkers, I should say, he's like a dad. So his wife and his daughter wanted to watch Wicked. They have like a projector outside.
Okay. Yeah, sure.
And they wanted to watch Wicked really bad.
Mm-hmm.
And he's like a big movie nut.
Mm-hmm.
And he watched it with them on Valentine's Day, and he was like, that was the worst movie I ever fucking watched. But I'm glad that like the ladies liked it. They were geeking about it. They wouldn't stop talking about it.
Mm-hmm.
And he was like, that shit sucked.
I mean, it was impressive for how much marketing there was around every single fucking store. There must have been 1,000 products that were labeled as Wicked. You know what I mean?
Just as a male, hate musicals.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's something that irks me.
I get it, man. I get it.
Especially if it's a 2-hour-long movie.
Mm-hmm. That's a musical.
Yeah. I couldn't even get through the second Joker. I had to stop that twice.
I had to stop it twice. I had to stop Snowpiercer because it was like so aggressively dystopian.
It's one of Chris Evans' like crazy films, you know.
Yeah. Chris Evans is not a good actor. I just want to say that out loud. Chris Evans only has a couple good movies where he actually truly acts, but most of the movies he's in, he just delivers a line. He just like, so where is it? Like,
I was watching,
I don't know, just shit like that. Chris Evans is such a fucking bad actor.
Him
sometimes.
in Deadpool versus Wolverine or whatever, he wasn't that good in it.
Yeah. The Gray Man, he's like a bad guy in The Gray Man, and that one's a good one because he doesn't really act that much.
I do remember that movie.
Yeah, I thought he was good in that. Knives Out, that's also another one where he kind of has to act a little, but I don't really think he's that much of an actor in that movie either. So,
shout out to all the athletes that are gonna get their own special garden.
Damn, we gotta become great Americans and get on that shit too. The power trio in the garden.
I know.
Yep.
Indeed.
Get our own 10-foot tall statues.
Yeah.
Damn, that shit seems. I feel like statues are so weird. Like, I know we're not worshiping them or anything, but like statues throw me off.
Why? Why do they throw you off?
It's just weird.
You think it's a weird way to like commemorate?
Yeah, I don't know.
Why?
I'd rather paint or something cool like that.
But then the painting's inside.
What about your thoughts on the Washington Monument? Is that?
I think it's like weird. I think it's corny to have statues like that, like just giant replications of people. I think it's pretty weird.
What if like in New Orleans, there's this really cool statue of a guy on a horse, and like I don't know, like, or like the statues of like all the battle.
Greeks,
No, the famous, like, I forget what battle this was, but it was the Marine people like pushing up
the flag.
Pushing up the flag.
Yeah, I
think
think that's cool.
Stuff like
I
that.
think that's pretty cool.
Okay, but just like a standalone statue of a person.
Of like someone just standing like Kobe for basketball. I feel like it's pretty weird.
Okay.
But
I
think like the old statues, like Egyptian and like like Greek and whatnot.
Yeah.
And like that type of masonry, I think that's pretty cool.
Okay.
You think if Abraham Lincoln seen his own statue, he would be like, "Oh shit, that's cool," or he'd be like, "Why are these people worshiping me?"
I think he'd be like, "That's cool," but
it does like give me Egyptian vibes, you know, or like Greek. His statue.
I think it's weird. It'd be weird for him to realize that he's a tourist attraction. I think that'd be weird.
Yeah.
But like, I think he'd be like, "Oh, that's great. They cared about me. I'm in the books. I'm in history."
Yeah. I'm with you and I'm against you all at the same time. It is vain to see your own statue, right? But if you're dead and you did actually some really important shit, I feel like you could be like a symbol for whatever you fucking stood for.
You know what? I guarantee you.
Like the MLK statue that's also in the National Mall. Like shit like that, Like that's another one. That's another example.
By the end of his term, I guarantee you Trump will be like, I should be the fifth person on Mount Rushmore, guys.
Yeah. Oh, shit.
We're unveiling one of the greatest statues on Earth. I'm only going to be 3% bigger than everyone else on Mount Rushmore, but That's enough
to account for the hair.
To account for the hair, it's crazy.
It's hilarious.
Oh man, yeah. That would be.
I'm already calling
so
it.
insane.
By the end of his term, he's gonna be like, "Make me the 5th one, guys."
Gosh, that was.
Do you think?
man?
Can you imagine if like America? Oh well, I guess people would be here still, so that wouldn't make sense. But if the knowledge somehow got fucking lost, and another set of humans are looking at like Mount Rushmore or something, you're like, what the fuck is that? Like how we look at the Sphinx.
I bet
and shit.
there's tourists nowadays that go over there and look at it like that.
The new generation.
Yeah, I mean, there's probably a lot of tourists that can only really like identify George Washington and Abraham. Abraham's not on there.
Fair, like people that come from other countries.
Which presidents?
I don't really know either, to be honest. I think like Andrew Jack. Damn it, dude! You just it's okay.
It's impulse.
What about here? Could you go to the data indicates it's right? Yeah, that one. This one's really crazy.
Murderous truck drivers prowling the nation's highways for victims have become familiar villains, really, in TV shows and movies.
In fact, the percentage of long-haul truckers who become murderers is small. But according to the FBI, there are likely hundreds of homicidal truck drivers on our roads who have never been caught.
Many of them have driven across Nevada and have left a
tailed by
bloody trail behind them. Tonight, Chief Investigator George Knapp takes a deeper dive into how victims
Remember
are
getting
targeted.
tailed by that semi-truck or he was racing you?
Yeah, dude, I do remember that.
86-year-old Reno resident Patrick Carnes was driving in tandem with a long-haul trucker along I-80 when he vanished forever back in 2011. His car was found in the same out-of-the-way field where 62-year-old Judith Casita's vehicle was found 5 years earlier. She, too, was never seen again. Nevada lawmen came to suspect that a serial killer trucker, possibly two, were picking off victims along I-80.
And this was actually where the vehicle was.
And I've seen some gruesome things in 25 years as an FBI agent, really gory crime scenes.
Former FBI Assistant Director Frank Figluzzi says the two missing Nevadans are not typical targets for serial killer truckers. Most of the known victims are younger women, either sex workers or hitchhikers. Figluzzi learned about the killers and their most likely victims by digging into a bureau program called the Highway Serial Killings Initiative, established in 2009, and learned even more by riding shotgun with truckers over thousands of miles, research that produced his best-selling book, Long Haul. By
Bro, no way he capitalized on that
missing
shit.
I know, that sounds like the easiest job in the world.
The FBI estimates there could be 450 long-haul truckers who are serial killers.
450.
Probably more.
That's actually
Many are
insane.
sexual predators.
Yeah.
Some just like to kill.
One indeed likes to control the outcome and loves the power and will prolong torture, rape, and other horrors. But the other one, George, the other kind of serial killer, simply wants to kill. He enjoys that power of life and death, and he kills
that's better than the
quickly.
first one, to be honest.
He's lonely?
Why would you want to be like raped and
rumbling down the
maimed and
highway
all that
in a
before you get
multi-ton
killed?
traveling crime scene has been used in several TV shows and in movies, including the thriller Suspect Zero. But sometimes it spills out too close to home. Truck driver Chester Todd was suspected by the FBI of multiple rapes and murders of women, but he went on the run in 1996 and didn't surface until 2011 in Las Vegas, where he'd been living under an assumed name. Another serial killer truck driver, Wayne Allen Ford, had a severed breast in his pocket when he turned himself in to California police in 1998. He admitted to 4 murders. 3 of his victims had been dismembered. The body of one victim, 26-year-old Tina Gibbs of Las Vegas, was found in Northern California, not far from Ford's home. One of the most vile of the trucker killers is Robert Ben Rhodes, who built a torture chamber in his truck. Rhodes murdered 2 couples he picked up hitchhiking, one in Utah, one in Texas, and is suspected of dozens of other
Don't
murder
trust
torture sagas.
long-haul
Some
truck
of the most heinous
drivers.
crimes and criminals in the book, including Robert Ben Rhodes, who picked up a 14-year-old girl hitchhiking, hooked her up from fish hooks inside his torture chamber in his rig. Over the course of several weeks across many states, raped and tortured her, leaving her for dead in an abandoned farmhouse.
The most common and most vulnerable pool of victims are the so-called lot lizards. which is the crude name drivers use for the sex workers who ply their trade in the nation's truck stops.
Lot
Ficuzzi
Lizards
met and
is a
interviewed many of them
crazy
for his
ass
book,
name.
including a few who survived their attacks, and knows
Can you pause
that
it for a second?
educating these women.
Have you ever been in a gas station like that before?
Yeah,
I'm sure you
truck
have,
stop.
right?
I've heard
Yeah.
stories about people who worked in those gas stations and have had to deal with like
Crazy,
crackhead
yeah.
ladies.
Yeah, sure.
Come in. That,
Some crazy dudes too.
Yeah.
I mean, like, so like, I mean, I've done hauling in my life, so like, I've done the thousands of miles before, and it is interesting in those fucking places sometimes because I mean, you're in like a gas station that feels like a city in the middle of fucking nowhere. The only population are the gas station workers and the truck drivers, and so like. You know, as a man, I mean, I've never really felt like threatened before, but
I get chills, bro. Like,
sometimes
feels like that something's in the air. Like,
yeah,
what the fuck's going on?
It just feels like lawless sometimes
Yeah.
because there's no real police and there's no real like government. It's just a fucking nowhere city, you know. So like, man, there was this one time that I was in I went to go get gas, and I was in the middle of nowhere, Georgia, and I just like pulled off to this just like this gas station just to get gas. There was no one on the fucking exit. There was nobody on the streets. There was nobody just nobody. And I walked into this gas station to go to the bathroom, and I was like, "Do you guys have a bathroom?" And he's like, "It's outside." And I was like, "Okay." So I walked outside. The door was locked. I walked back inside. I was like, "Can I go to the bathroom?" And he's like, "Here, I'll throw you the keys." And I was like, "Why am I opening up this? Why are you giving me keys?"
Right.
Well, I was just like, I was weirded out by him the entire time. So I fucking grabbed the key. I had to pee so fucking bad, and I wasn't gonna pee on the side of the road and have like get a fucking sex charge because sexual predator charge just because I peed outside. You know what I mean? God forbid there's a goddamn playset. You know,
decency.
Yeah. So like, so I went to the bathroom. Horrific conditions. Whatever. That's typical. So, and then I threw the keys. I threw the keys back at him, and it was just the weirdest fucking thing ever. And some people feel like NPCs, you know, but
Right.
some people feel like serial killer NPCs. So like you
Yeah,
don't
I
really
feel
know
you.
what you're dealing with, and like, yeah. So I have that was the only weird situation that I've ever truly went through, but I don't know, man. I don't know. It makes you feel like you want to carry a gun just a little. You know what I'm saying? So
I feel that.
Yeah.
There was a time where me and Ashley were driving home from San Fran in California.
Shit. Oh, that's the old stream. I was like so scared.
Oh no, it did fucking finish.
It did?
Yeah.
I can't check my phone.
I don't know.
Really?
Interesting. Yeah. That's sad.
No way.
Let me check
Oh
real quick.
man.
No, this is Escaping Florida.
That's an old one.
No, it's not, guys. It's not.
Oh shit.
Yeah. Oh, okay. We're still live.
Mm-hmm.
That's interesting.
Yeah, we're all looking.
What a shocker. Yeah, we're still live.
Okay.
All right.
Okay.
Let me turn myself down.
I will say.
All right. We got a little scare there.
Me and Ashley were driving back
Mhm.
from San Fran to her parents' place when she lived in Cali.
Yeah.
I think she lived in Sacramento. Yeah, at that
Mhm.
time.
Mm-hmm.
And we were driving back. I had
Mhm.
to take the fattest fucking shit. I never have to use the bathroom. She always has to use the fucking bathroom every 30 minutes.
Sure.
Has to take a leak somewhere.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm the opposite. I can go for like half a day without shitting or pissing or whatever.
That's insane. You should drink some more water, but go ahead.
I can just hold it, you know.
What? Okay.
It's on command. You know what I'm saying?
UTI over here.
I just got the iron balls. But
whatever. Probably pissing green over here. Go ahead.
So we're driving back, and I have to fucking piss. And I'm like, no, I'm fine. So like, it's like a 5-hour drive, and like we get 2 hours and 30 minutes in, and then I'm like, all right, I can't do it anymore. We gotta find a place. We gotta find a gas station, and we're in the middle of nowhere.
Yeah.
And it took like 20 minutes to get to the next gas station. I'm like,
Okay.
we're going for it.
Yeah.
I can't. And it got to the point where I had to piss so bad, I then had to shit. And then we pull up to this gas station. I'm like, bruh. and it's like right next to like some sort of like plant, like refinery or something.
Yeah, sure.
So it's like in the middle of fucking nowhere. It's kind of like downtown Cincinnati vibes.
Okay.
And I get in there and I talk to the guy about the bathroom. Like, well, you guys got a bathroom? And he's like, same situation. It's outside. And he walks over, he unlocks it. I go in there and there's just shit fucking everywhere.
Yeah.
It's fucking disgusting. I piss.
The worst stalls are the ones with daddy long leggers in them.
Right. It was nasty, dude. I had to, like, my shit I took,
Did you hover?
Yeah, definitely. like you're in the woods.
Yeah.
Like
you're like,
in the woods.
you're like holding your core and you're like, it's not coming out right.
It was so fucking bad. It was terrible.
Yeah.
Ashley was geeking so hard
Well,
when I left.
yeah.
She was like, you're a dumbass. That's what you get. You finally get your... you get your karma for saying, why do you have to stop? You have to piss every 30 seconds.
Yeah, sure.
That shit was weird. It was creepy as fuck.
Yeah.
There's, again, same situation. No one there. Just that one weird guy. And it's like, if that was Ashley going to use the restroom there, I would not feel comfortable with that.
Yeah, when I was going to the bathroom, I actually left the door open because I didn't want it to lock on the inside.
Damn.
Do you know what I mean?
Like you get locked in there?
I just didn't want to get trapped. I felt like I was getting trapped. And so I fucking like stuck that door open. All I had to do was take a piss.
Right.
So like, yeah, I was not taking any risk. I was like, the only thing I had was a knife on me. And I was like, if something happens, I'm fucking ready. Like no one's taking advantage of me in the middle of nowhere.
Right.
Do you know what I mean? Like, all you have to do is take my vehicle and put some fucking shrubbery over it, and I'm gone forever. So, like, no. I was not for it, so.
Fucking, it'd be crazy if they just fucking, like, the latch closes, you hear the lock, and then
seriously.
a car comes by, and it picks you up, and you're on the highway.
Yep.
Another porta potty.
Yep. Yeah, dude.
Portable potty now.
Man, yeah, those situations are never fucking fun, and so yeah, it's kind of that's where I'm at. You know, I don't even think we should do anything else because everything else is kind of like
I'm
sad.
tired.
Yeah, I mean, like the other ones, like microplastics in our brain. You don't want.
Ooh, that's hard. Though.
Save that for next week.
Are you sure?
That's my next credit card.
Yeah.
Credit card is worth the amount of plastic in your brain.
Yeah,
dude. Honestly, like, fuck. I usually don't want my body to be tampered with when I die, but if my brain gets turned into my kid's credit card or like the next generation's credit card, that'd be pretty cool. I'm not gonna lie. Like we just keep the whole generation's just microplastics just combine into like a credit card
until they're like, oh, we don't need to use this form of payment anymore. We can.
Oh shit!
We got NeuroPay.
Just become a little sculpture that just keeps getting bigger every generation.
Yeah. What if like you get cremated, you got all that plastic left over, so you do create a little statue of yourself
from
the microplastics.
A little like green soldier.
Yeah.
So that's pretty crazy.
That's Grandpa right there.
Oh no,
that's fucking horrific.
Built into a little figurine.
Yeah.
Damn.
Yeah.
You're hardened to ash. That would be like actually baller.
Yeah.
Your kid just playing if you like you're the little green army man in Toy Story and shit.
Nah, make a chess set out
Holy
of
chess
shit.
That
chess
would be
is crazy.
cool. That'd be really cool.
Chess is
yeah,
crazy.
but then you're a pawn.
Holy
Oh,
shit.
man.
Would you rather chess or checkers? Because as the generations keep going on,
That's true.
Or well, I guess you could have extra pieces in chess. Like if one gets old or something, you
Yeah.
could retire it.
Yeah, you could retire it. Yeah, or maybe like there's a secession and you have a new king, and so like
Right.
yeah.
Chess set out of my ashes. That's probably the way to go.
That's pretty cool.
Well, and you could use the bone.
Ooh.
Bone first, and then I don't know how that works.
That'd be interesting. That's not donating your body for science. That's donating your body for a board game. So
That
yeah.
seems satanic as fuck.
That does. It does seem really like fucked up.
Lord have mercy.
At least you're closer to your ancestors.
Jesus Christ.
Teaching them a new hobby or skill.
Yeah, I mean, at least you could haunt the home, you know.
The pieces start moving by themselves and shit.
Yeah, that's some serial killer shit. I mean, there was what was that one serial killer that would make lampshades?
Oh yeah.
From the skin.
Yeah, that shit's fucking crazy.
Yeah, dude.
I feel weird telling people like I know so much about leather because of like serial killers and shit like that. And they're like it. In my mind, it's like, does this person know that he has skin and it could be turned into leather? Do they think I'm weird for knowing how to turn cows into leather, which also correlates to everything with skin?
Yeah. I mean, you could make something out of my cat if you really wanted to, but
bro, what?
You know,
not enough surface area for a rug. You know.
Yeah, it's really not. But I really like my cat, and I think she should rest peacefully. So yeah, yeah.
You want to wrap it up?
I think so. You know, like and subscribe, guys. You know, tell your friends if you really want to. You know what I'm saying? And then, yeah.
Los amigos y la familia.
Oh, snap.
Espanol.
Tell them all.
Indeed. Yeah. All right. Let's end it there.
Thank you all.
Bye-bye.